The episode begins in the void dimension. Vegeta lets out a roar of immense power as the dark magic inside his body grows increasingly active. Meanwhile, Goku watches the scene with total amazement. "Vegeta! You finally did it," Goku says. Vegeta laughs like a madman, making the situation seem even more unsettling. If all it takes is reaching the absolute limits of power for this magic to awaken, then get ready now, Kakarot. "Vegeta, what are you planning to do?" But Vegeta does not answer, and continues walking toward him until he stands directly in front of him. Goku tenses up in anticipation. "Vegeta, we have to work as a team. This is not the time for us to fight each other." Vegeta simply smiles. "In a situation like this, I do not care what we are doing. What matters is getting out of here and crushing whoever put us in this place." Then he extends his hand toward Goku. Goku's eyes widen in shock because he believed Vegeta had turned evil. "Come on, Kakarot. Consider this a rare opportunity to see how the Prince of Saiyans solves his problems." "Vegeta, are you really still in control of yourself? What kind of stupid question is that? Do you think the Prince of Saiyans would lose his mind that easily? I am the one controlling this magic, and it is the only key to eliminating the Pharaoh." Goku grabs Vegeta's hand and pulls himself back to his feet. "I think I have realized something as well," Goku says. "The pure power Yamoshi gave me and the dark magic that awakened inside you can be combined. If we combine both powers together, we might be able to shatter this dimension. Hurry up, Kakarot. I cannot wait to see that filthy priest's face when he realizes his prison has failed." Immediately, Goku closes his eyes with complete concentration. A golden light explodes around his body violently, but this time it is pure and more stable than ever before. "All right, Vegeta, let us do it. Everyone is waiting for us. We will release our power all at once." In the very next moment, the two of them unleash their full power simultaneously. The sealed dimension shakes with unprecedented violence. Cracks begin spreading in every direction. The entire place finally seems to be on the verge of collapse. Even Zeno feels it and asks, "What is this, Goku? This power is different. Where is it coming from?" The Pharaoh, disguised as Goku, remains calm and replies, "There is no need to worry, Lord Zeno. I will deal with this in my own way." But deep inside, he knows that things are no longer going according to his plan. Back on Earth, Whis and Vados stand on the brink of collapse. The Grand Priest prepares to deliver his final attack. He also feels the tremendous vibration and thinks, how did they break the barrier? I sealed that place with ancient magic. He cannot believe it. Then he hears Gohan's whispers. He did it. Dad finally succeeded. Has Dad really returned? Did Dad actually escape? But his joy does not last long because the Grand Priest turns toward them with overwhelming fury. "Silence, all of you. No one is getting out of this situation alive. Whether Goku has returned or not, it is over for all of you." Then he unleashes an enormous blast of energy toward the group all at once. The power is so terrifying that everyone feels death standing directly before them. As the smoke gradually clears, it reveals the calm silhouette of a man standing before them. Stronger than ever before, he speaks calmly. "I apologize for being a little late. It seems you have all gotten into quite a bit of trouble while I was away." Goten can no longer contain his emotions. He runs at full speed and throws himself into his father's arms. "Dad, I thought we would never see you again." He cannot even finish his sentence. Goku hugs him tightly and gently pats his head. "Do not worry, son. I may fall or be delayed. I may even lose my way sometimes. But there is one thing that will never happen. I will never leave you all alone. You were a true hero while I was gone. But where is Vegeta?" Silence falls once again. Everyone begins searching with their eyes. Even the Grand Priest, who now seems visibly unsettled, cannot sense him either. Hiding his tension, he says, "Interesting, Goku. I never expected to see you again. Tell me, do you still believe that power alone is capable of changing fate?" Goku remains silent, staring at him. "Then tell me just one thing. How did you escape?" Silence fills the battlefield. Goku does not answer. Then a voice suddenly responds from behind. "It was dark magic. You, brilliant genius. But it seems this kind of intelligence fails you from time to time." The Grand Priest freezes the instant he hears Vegeta behind him. He still has no idea what kind of power Vegeta possesses now. Do you know what the real problem is? Vegeta asks. It is not that you do not know how this happened. It is that you still think you are in a position to hold a discussion. A single punch is enough. The blow slams the Grand Priest violently into the ground, completely disrupting his balance for several seconds. Vegeta gives him no chance to recover. But just before he charges again, Goku's voice echoes across the battlefield. Stop, Vegeta. This is not the enemy we came here for. What do you mean, Kakarot? This insect deserves to be crushed for his betrayal. The Grand Priest is just an annoying obstacle. Leave him to me. The real enemy is not here. He is in Zeno's palace. I think I understand what you are saying, but do not consider this a concession. Enjoy your little insect. At least the Pharaoh will be more entertaining than this pathetic spectacle. Without waiting for a response, Vegeta instantly takes off. The Grand Priest hears every word, and his anger finally explodes. You ignore who I am, as if I am not even worth your attention. But soon nothing will remain before you except the end. The moment he raises his head, his breath catches in his throat. Goku has already appeared directly behind him without being sensed. We were not ignoring you. We simply knew our priorities. Do you want to know why I chose you specifically? The Grand Priest instantly vanishes and reappears behind Goku, preparing to strike. I will let you keep the answer. Our conversation is over. Then the Grand Priest unleashes a power that stops time itself. The very flow of time collapses around everyone. It is as though all existence has been sealed beneath a terrifying radiance. The Grand Priest prepares for the next stage of his attack. But in a moment so brief that he cannot even comprehend it, Goku moves like a ghost. He breaks through the very technique that stopped time. He delivers a devastating strike. The impact forces the Grand Priest backward, and he finally realizes the true gap between them. I am sorry, Grand Priest, but it seems our conversation will not end so easily. You may truly need to experience a taste of reality. Now give me 60 seconds. I will be right back. Goku turns away, leaving the Grand Priest gasping for breath and spitting blood. He immediately heads toward Wiz and heals him, then does the same for Vados. Listen carefully. Wiz, go to the Super Dragon Balls. There is only one wish you must make. Take everyone to a safe place somewhere nobody can reach. This planet is no longer going to be safe. Goku, what about you? What about Earth? My father destroyed Shenron, and the Super Dragon Balls can only grant a single wish. If we use them, the greatest danger will be if you fall. My father is hiding a power beyond imagination. Goku remains silent for a moment, staring directly into the eyes of Whis. Are you finished, Wiz? Do not make me lose what is more important than my own life. Wiz lowers his head in respect. I am sorry, Goku. Very well, I will do it immediately. At that moment, Wiz heals the Supreme Kai, who prepares to transport them away, but Beerus suddenly interrupts him. Wiz, wait, I want to go with you. I will stay by your side. I do not want to leave you alone. The three of them immediately speed toward the Super Dragon Balls at incredible speed. Inside Zeno's palace, the Pharaoh rises from his throne. It seems some insects have started imagining that they can change the course of the game. He turns toward Zeno and adds, I will be gone for a few moments. There is some disorder that needs to be cleaned up. But before he can finish speaking, the entire palace suddenly shakes. Then at a speed, no one could have imagined a terrifying force bursts directly into the palace. A brutal strike crushes the Pharaoh in front of Zeno. Zeno's eyes widen in shock when he realizes it is Vegeta. Vegeta has come to reveal the truth and expose the Pharaoh's deception. Back on Earth, Goku turns toward Gohan and says, take care of everyone from now on. You will all be much safer somewhere else. Gohan steps forward anxiously. Dad, are you really going to stay here alone? Are you sure you can finish this by yourself? Goku smiles warmly. Gohan, my entire life, I have fought to protect the people I love, but this time I am not as alone as you think. There are people I trust and there are things I have finally learned. So do not worry. When all of this is over, I will come back. Gohan's eyes tremble with emotion. Then a brilliant light surrounds everyone one by one, and their bodies slowly start to disappear. The wish has begun taking effect. Goten looks at his father one last time. He does not want to leave, but he has no choice. Then he vanishes, and everyone else vanishes with him. Elsewhere, Whis suddenly discovers something unexpected. The super dragon remains present even after granting the first wish. This is impossible. It should have disappeared. At that moment, Whis speaks as though he has suddenly remembered something. Could it be the Pharaoh's magic? Did the Dragon Balls benefit from it? What do you mean, Whis? The Pharaoh does not seem to have taken control of them. The Super Dragon Balls are known to draw upon the powers of existence itself to reactivate. It is possible that the birth of magic has affected them. Then the Supreme Kai speaks nervously. Let us hurry and make another wish. Let us make Earth safe so it cannot be destroyed. But Whis immediately shakes his head. No, the planet may still be destroyed, unless Goku's battle ends. Their power exceeds any protection we could place upon the Earth. We cannot simply wish for my father or the Pharaoh to disappear. Silence returns once again. Everyone begins thinking about what the next wish should be. Back on Earth, the battle is about to begin. The Grand Priest steps forward and says, "Congratulations, Goku. You managed to help them escape from me, and you chose to stand in my way. Now you will face the consequences alone." Goku calmly replies, "If you are still determined to continue after seeing that our chances of victory have increased, then I have a proposal." The Grand Priest laughs mockingly. "A proposal? Do you think we are on some kind of picnic?" Goku answers, "What do you say we keep this fight on the surface of the Earth only? No flying, no energy attacks. Just you and me. Speed, skill, and physical strength. Show me what you can do without relying on overwhelming power." Silence fills the battlefield for a moment. Then the Grand Priest replies, "You know what? I like that idea. I will defeat you by your own rules and on your own ground. Let us have some fun." In the very next moment, without taking to the air, both fighters accelerate directly toward one another and collide. The first phase of the battle has begun. Punches and kicks are exchanged at such incredible speed that the air begins to tear apart. The Earth trembles with every impact. At the same time, Goku is deliberately redirecting the shock waves. He ensures they do not travel directly into the core of the planet. He is fighting and protecting the Earth simultaneously. Inside the safe dimension, all eyes remain fixed on the battle. Vados observes the scene. Even after sending everyone away, Goku is still acting as if protecting the planet is his responsibility. He is minimizing destruction as much as possible. Piccolo nods in agreement. Goku has no guarantee that the Dragon Balls will be able to save Earth later, so he is being cautious. Suddenly, Goten jumps up and exclaims, "I do not care about any of that. What matters is that my dad is okay." But a moment later, he glances to the side. He sees Trunks standing quietly with worry written across his face. "I just hope my father is okay too," Trunks says. "Everyone keeps talking about Goku, but my dad is fighting alone as well." "I am sorry, Trunks. I did not mean it that way. My dad and Vegeta escaped that impossible prison together. They did it for all of us." Trunks looks back at the battle, and a small smile slowly appears on his face. Vegeta stands perfectly still, his eyes never leaving the Pharaoh. Nearby, Zeno stands confused and angry. "What did you do? Who are you anyway? How dare you hit Goku in front of me?" Vegeta does not even turn toward him. Instead, he raises his hand and points directly at the Pharaoh. "If you truly consider yourself an invincible king, then reveal your true form before Zeno, and face me, if you dare." The Pharaoh slowly rises to his feet. "Good. It seems the Prince of Saiyans still possesses some intelligence. But the problem is that you discovered the truth far too late." And then he vanishes from the palace entirely. Vegeta prepares to pursue him, but before he can move, Zeno suddenly appears directly in front of him. Zeno is completely blocking his path. At the same time, Zeno begins gathering energy and shouts, "Stop! I saw you attack Goku right in front of me. Whoever you are, I will not allow you to hurt him. I will erase you right now." Vegeta does not answer. His expression remains unchanged, but inside his mind, he is calculating how to overcome this problem. At that very moment on Earth, after more minutes of fighting, Goku breaks through the defenses of the Grand Priest. The blow is so powerful that it shakes every cell in the Grand Priest's body. As he staggers backward, he hears Goku speak. Grand Priest, you need to understand something. I am not fighting you because you are my enemy. I am fighting because I know where this path leads. The difference is that I no longer care, Goku. Then he unleashes a crushing kick that strikes Goku from the side. Goku's body is launched through the air before crashing into the ground. When the dust finally clears, Goku is still standing. Listen carefully. My entire life I fought enemies who seemed impossible, but they fell because the truth about them was different. The Grand Priest narrows his eyes. And what about me? What exactly do you see when you look at me, Goku? I see someone just like them. Strong on the outside, but something inside you is not what it seems. Not everyone who loses their way becomes an enemy. The Grand Priest laughs mockingly. They do, Goku, but I will remain your enemy until this battle is decided. Anger flashes across Goku's face as he rushes forward. His first kick misses. The Grand Priest narrowly avoids the attack, but Goku gives him no opportunity to recover. He spins and launches another devastating kick. As the Grand Priest struggles to regain balance, Goku suddenly appears behind him. You did not betray only yourself, Grand Priest. The Grand Priest freezes in shock as he senses Goku standing behind him. Fear, hatred, and deception can blind a person's vision. The more I look at you, the more I realize that you are not fighting for yourself. You are fighting for an idea someone else planted in your mind. Without turning around, the priest replies, "What makes you so certain of that, Goku?" Because I know the difference between someone who chooses darkness and someone who was pushed into it. The Grand Priest's anger erupts. How I hate this pity that pretends to be wisdom. Stop inventing excuses for your weakness. Goku strikes him. The punch lands directly on his face. Then a brutal kick smashes into the side of his head. The impact sends shockwaves through his body. His vision blurs and his balance vanishes as he collapses onto the ground. Goku takes a step forward. Energy gathers in his hand as he speaks in a low voice. Grand Priest, it is over. You saw it yourself. We escaped the dimension where you imprisoned us. We shattered what you believed to be impossible. The Pharaoh is not an invincible being. You can still turn back. You can still stand with us. I do not want to fight you anymore, and I do not want to see you fall like this. Silence fills the battlefield. Then the Grand Priest's expression slowly changes. You still understand nothing, Goku. That is exactly why I will make you witness the consequences of your stubbornness with your own eyes. Suddenly, energy erupts from his hand. In less than a second, he fires it deep into the planet itself. A massive section of the Earth splits apart. Nearly half of the planet shatters before everyone's eyes. It is a catastrophe beyond imagination. Inside the safe dimension, everyone freezes. It is impossible. He destroyed the planet. This is exactly what we were afraid of. From the very beginning, Goku was never trying to protect himself. He was trying to protect the planet. He knew this could happen at any moment. Suddenly, dozens of dark threads shoot out from the shadows and wrap themselves around Goku's arms and body. They pull him with tremendous force. The angels stand around him from every side. The Grand Priest smiles. Do you understand now, Goku? You walked directly into the trap. My children received magic from the Pharaoh. Our agreement existed from the beginning. The Saiyans would always remain the greatest threat. Your existence alone has begun to threaten the balance of countless worlds. That is why you had to be eliminated. Grand Priest, after everything, I still believed that some part of you wanted to protect everyone, but you were deceiving us from the beginning. You betrayed everything you once stood for. The Grand Priest gives no answer. Instead, the angels pull the threads with all their strength. Goku cries out in pain as the force becomes overwhelming. The sound of his bones straining echoes through the battlefield. Whis and Beerus are still considering the next wish. We have to decide now. We cannot afford to waste this wish. Beerus steps forward. I know the wish we should make. I want every person who died because of the Pharaoh to return. Whis' eyes widen in surprise. Beerus, are you serious? For my entire life, I never cared much about the past. But ever since the Pharaoh revealed the truth, I have been thinking, who were they? How did they live? What remains of my race? I want to see the truth with my own eyes. Perhaps I waited far too long, but I will not be late this time. It seems you have changed more than I realized, Beerus. Then let us do it quickly. But at the exact moment Whis begins speaking the wish, a terrifying beam tears through space itself. It strikes Beerus directly. The attack pierces through his chest. Everyone freezes. Beerus' eyes widen as the life fades. Whis screams, but it is already too late. Beerus' strength begins fading, and his body drifts into the endless void. There, standing within the darkness, is the Pharaoh. He has returned to his true form, smiling as though nothing had happened. I apologize for interrupting, but there was an old mistake I needed to correct. You disappointed me from the beginning. He raises his hand, and a tremendous blast strikes Whis directly. The surrounding space explodes with terrifying force. Meanwhile, the Supreme Kai escapes through the void. The Pharaoh turns toward the gigantic dragon and smiles. And as for you, your role has come to an end, dragon. The enormous body of the dragon trembles violently. Its energy begins to drain away into the Pharaoh's will. Piece by piece, the dragon starts to break apart. Its entire existence flows directly into the Pharaoh's body. His appearance changes, becoming more terrifying and darker than before. Then he slowly looks across the universe. Wonderful. It feels as though the entire multiverse now rests in my hands. Now then, who shall I begin with first? Goku or Vegeta? On Earth, Goku stands with both of his arms broken. Blood slowly drips from his body, while the Grand Priest stands before him. The priest has created an energy weapon for the final blow. It is over, Goku. You resisted longer than I expected. Where is your wisdom now? Where is your determination? Where is the confidence you spoke of only moments ago? Goku remains silent. The Grand Priest finally reaches him. He raises the energy weapon and drives it through Goku's body. The earth shakes from the impact, yet Goku does not scream. He does not move. He does not even raise his head. At that very moment, he no longer hears the outside world. He hears only one voice, Goku. Inside that spiritual world, Goku opens his eyes and sees Yamoshi. Why does it feel as if everything has stopped? Because the time has finally come. The time for us to separate. Goku freezes in place. What? How? If we separate, I will lose this power. Yamoshi slowly shakes his head. No, you will not lose the golden transformation. That power has already become part of you, but you will lose the healing gift. The true danger is no longer the Grand Priest. The true danger is the Pharaoh. You cannot stop him alone. You mean Vegeta? Yes. The light within you and the magic within him are two opposite powers, but one destiny. They must merge. They must become one. For that to happen, I must separate from you. Goku remains silent for several moments. Then he finally answers, all right, if this is the only way, I will do it. Yamoshi smiles one final time. Then do not hesitate. Suddenly Goku opens his eyes. A tremendous scream erupts from his body. The heavens shake. The battlefield explodes with energy, throwing the Grand Priest backward. The Grand Priest staggers to his feet in shock. Another figure now stands before him, someone he has never seen before. It is Yamoshi. For the very first time, he has emerged from Goku's body. Goku has already disappeared, shooting into space at incredible speed. Meanwhile, deep within space itself, Vegeta has finally arrived. Vegeta's expression immediately freezes. What he sees before him is no longer natural. After absorbing the dragon's power, the Pharaoh's mere existence distorts space itself. At that exact moment, Goku arrives. He looks directly at Vegeta, finally prepared to reveal the secret. Yes, there is only one answer. Fusion. And now, my friends, I know that all of you want the final episode as quickly as possible. Will Vegeta agree to fuse with Goku to save the universes? Or will the pride of the Prince of Saiyans prevent him? Write yes or no in the comments. If we reach enough support, I will release the final episode. Share this episode with your friends.